Welcome to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Houghton Stadium is the site, San Bernardino, California. West Region play. It's an elimination game. The Snow Canyon Little Leaguers from Utah taking on San Marino Little League from Southern California. Season on the line for these two. Trey Bender alongside former NCAA catcher Allie Shipman. Glad you're with us. We have already seen some fireworks here. Game one, a wild first elimination game won by Arizona.
And this was an absolute thriller. Arizona down to their final out, back against the wall, and it's Madison Braden with the two-run walk-off single. You can see her there. She's clapping her way to first base. The excitement, she knows she wins it for her team. And my personal favorite is the celebration after. You're going to see Blake Marino doing the worm, walking it off and doing the worm.
Racing a 5-1 deficit to get that win. As we look at our West Region bracket elimination side of things, Arizona moves on. They'll take on the winner of this game on Tuesday, noon Eastern time, 9 Pacific. Championship game is Thursday on ESPN. Southern California got great pitching from Caitlin Peck. Despite losing their first game, she had 8 Ks.
And she went 6 full innings, only 4 hits allowed, and she was electric out there. 1 earned run. She tries to stay down in the zone, and this is a big-time moment for her, trying to keep her season alive.
Tough loss in game one, but the pitching and defense was very good, and they're going to stick with their ace, Peck. She's back in the circle.
Absolutely, and this is a great call here by the coaching staff. She's going to work that fastball, drop ball, changeup. She's developing that curveball, but really this game is going to start with that pitcher in the circle. You need a strong start from her.
And Caitlin's going to face a Utah team that is a power and speed mix, a team that did have a 6-run inning in their game one loss.
And we're going to highlight the leadoff batter, Lila Miner there, the shortstop. She went 1 for 2 with an RBI versus Nevada, and it's also her birthday today. Happy birthday to her.
13 years old now. Big fan of the Seahawks, also Fernando Tatis Jr. And Peck has to feel confident despite losing that last game. She really showed some good stuff in their first game.
And she looked really good, and it was a tight game all the way through up until the 6th inning. So really you have to take the positives from that game and then bring that into this game here. She did a lot of things well. She pounded the zone, not a lot of balls thrown. So try to do the same thing here today.
And we are underway here in this elimination game as Miner fouls off the first pitch. Michael Reagan's our home plate umpire. Jason Becker, Jeffrey Kallstrom, Stephen DeGrave around the infield. Lila, a big Morgan Wallen fan, playing shortstop. She's also played some outfield this season. Right back up the middle, and that one will find its way into center field. A seeing eye single for Miner to start things.
And the birthday girl getting things going for this Utah offense. Doing what a leadoff should do, getting on base. It doesn't have to be anything special, but she does a great job of just getting barrel to this ball and driving it right back up the middle for a base hit.
The offense, something that they can hang their hat on. Utah had some good moments at the plate in game one, and that carries over here as Bryn Goff swings and misses at the first offering.
They had a huge 6-run inning, so we've seen them before put things together, string along a big inning. I think the ticket is, can you do it early? Get some pressure off of that pitching staff.
One and one now to Bryn Goff, who had a big 3-run double in their state championship game. They won their championship game by 14 runs. Whew. 1-2 now. How about the left-handed catcher back there, Liang?
You know, and as a runner at first base, you have to be really careful because that throw from the left-handed side, especially with a righty up, is pretty easy for a pickoff there.
Still 1-2. Plays the violin. We've seen some musicians and softball players out here today and yesterday. Change, that's a good one. It misses, 2-2.
Really good change up there. You can see her hand cup when she goes back into her motion, just trying to change the speeds of these hitters. Even if it's not for a strike, it just changes the eyes of these batters.
Fights that one off. Goff, one of those players that can't get rattled, according to the coaches. She had an RBI single in game one, also pitched an inning in relief. 2-2, lifted into the air, pitcher has it as Peck underhands that, one down.
And we have seen this so much throughout this regional. The athletic defensive plays from the pitchers. Peck, she jams her up, and then she's gonna hop off the mound, hustle, make that basket catch, then she's ready. She may turn that double play. Good thing that runner at first was paying attention.
Now Jessie McGee, and that is over the glove of the catcher into the backstop. Moving up is Minor. She's gonna make the turn and head for third. The throw is not in time. It's out of the glove of Winarco, and heads up base running for Minor to get that extra bag. Wild pitch. She ends up at third.
This is a great job by Minor, recognizing that the backstop here is huge. It tips off the catcher's glove, so then it's softly put to the backstop, gives her a lot of room to run.
1-1 now. McGee has been on fire with the bat throughout postseason play. She has hit one out of the park this season. I would imagine that's chicken tenders and ice cream, not together, different.
You never know.
Stages of the meal, maybe? I'm not going to question, you know, I mean, I like both items, but probably not together at the same time.
Chicken tenders, then ice cream. Chicken tenders, comma, ice cream.
Look at that in the eye black. She's got the red, white, and blue eye black there as it's fouled first base side.
I'm already really liking the approach from these Utah batters. Being aggressive, fouling off a lot of pitches, seeing a lot of pitches.
And a strikeout for Peck, her first of the game, out number 2.
Katie Peck, she's been working on that curveball, and she busts it out here. You're gonna see that arm, her snap. She's gonna crumb across her body at the end there to get that spin, tailing away from that batter for a strikeout.
Now Amelia Arzate at the plate. Texas Tech softball fan. A lot of big sports happening down there in Lubbock. Swing and a miss. Have you had the cucumber lime Gatorade, by the way?
No, I don't think I have.
That's her call. That's her go-to.
I usually go for the cool blue.
1-2 now. Utah trying to strike first here in this elimination game. You mentioned how important that could be. They didn't get their offense going until late stages in their last game. Chopper to first, and the first baseman will take it unassisted. Victoria Huang to the bag to end the inning. So a runner stranded at third for the kids from Utah. Southern California gets their first chances with the bats when we come back. Softball Regionals on ESPN are presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. Bottom of the first inning, Utah and Southern California are scoreless. Southern California's lineup is a good one. A gap-to-gap team. They get it in right center field, left center field. They can run.
And we're going to highlight Maddie Liang here. She went 2 for 2 with an RBI and a triple versus Northern California earlier in this week. She's swinging the hot bat, and they're going to need those bats to get hot for them if they're going to win this game.
They're going to face right-hander Reagan Boyce, who pitched an inning and gave way to a couple other pitchers, and she's going to get her second opportunity here in San Bernardino.
And she is one of those pitchers that's going to spin the ball really well. She throws a screw, a rise in that change, low 50s, not going to be super high in the velocity, but it's about that spin rate. That's what's going to make her special.
Her dad, James, the manager, and Isabella Huang will lead things off, the left fielder for the San Marino Little League kids. San Marino just outside of Pasadena. Huang, the coach's kid. Her dad, the manager, Frank. She sets the tone for this team. First pitch is inside for ball 1.
She's one of their vocal leaders as well. They say she leads a pregame huddle before every game.
Her dream to be a character designer at the Disney Imagineer Company. How about that? Here's Dad. That's popped up. Goff at second base. 1 down.
Great start here by Reagan Boyce. Getting the leadoff batter, Izzy Wong, to pop up. And you can see Bryn Goff there. This Utah team is fired up. They already are bringing the energy early in this game.
Now Morgan Tiwasart, the unquestioned leader, the 13-year-old, at the plate. Fouls it off. You know, they talk about a championship DNA. When you win state titles at 10, 11, and 12, that's kind of built in there.
And there's something to be said about knowing how to win. There is that little bit of it factor that it takes with some of these players, and knows what it takes to win these big games. Win with your backs against the wall.
Oh, and 2 now. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, her baseball player she looks up to. Kobe. A lot of Dodgers fans, you'd expect that for these kids up high.
We've already had one player say her special talent is being forgetful. Tiwasart is having an exceptional memory.
And that is a liner, but Miner is there near the bag to snare it. 2 down. Good swing, good glove.
This is a well-struck ball by Tiwasart. But Lila Miner has a beat on it. She's going to see this ball right off the bat, take that first step, go glove side with it, and secure it. You can see her teammates fired up around her.
The infield stepping up here to back their pitcher Boyce, and that brings up Emmy Winarco. She had a triple in game 1. Also plays tennis. Fouled off.
She said one of her favorite moments from this season was the team ran a 5K together and then did a slip and slide after to cool off.
Slip and slide sounds fun.
Work on a little bit of sliding. It's kind of like softball, but fun. Well, softball is fun, but with water.
We've already seen the worm and talking about slip and slide now.
Good pitch there by Boyce, getting the low part of that outside corner.
Monarco also into skiing, singing, and playing the piano. Versatile kids out there. Driven foul down the right field line. First state title since 2007 for the San Marino National Little Leaguers. Fly ball hit to left. Bernard is under it, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Reagan Boyce. Both pitchers doing their job so far. One frame complete. We head to the second, Utah, Southern California. West Regional elimination game. Santa Clara, Utah, represented here by the Snow Canyon Little Leaguers. Just outside of St. George, Wilford Brimley, the late actor from the area. And they play a good brand of softball and baseball in Southern Utah. And they're trying to keep their season going here, off to a good start with their pitching and their defense.
Already just seems like better energy, just better focus on the field. A great start from Reagan Boyce in the circle, and then quality at bats as well for them.
And they're going to get another opportunity with the bats here. Middle part of the order. Boyce will lead things off. And there is the manager, James Boyce, who will watch his daughter bat here. Jeff McGee is the first base coach, known as Coach Hollywood.
Coach Hollywood.
I don't know if James Boyce dubbed Jeff McGee Coach Hollywood, but that's what they call him.
That's a pretty cool nickname. We've seen a lot of really cool nicknames out here.
Reagan Boyce goes by Ray. She'd like to be a future manager like her dad. And that ball is going to be hit to the backside of the infield. Now it's going to be an infield single. Perfectly placed by Boyce. Kind of in no man's land over there between the shortstop and the third baseman. She's on.
And once again, Utah is just being really aggressive in the box today. She's going to take this pitch up in the zone, gets it a little bit off the end of her bat, but that works to her advantage. She almost hits it so soft that it bounces in the perfect place for an infield single.
And James Boyce was asking about a courtesy runner. You can do that with 2 outs in an inning for a pitcher or catcher. Nobody out here, Boyce, the pitcher, the leadoff hitter. As Tinley Whitehead, the third baseman, gets an opportunity. She walked and scored in game number 1. Snowboarding and golf, I mean, you get a little bit of the mountains, a little bit of the desert.
Says that her dad makes her stop golfing during softball season so that it doesn't mess up her softball swing.
Some of us don't have a golf swing that's worth even
Me neither.
getting involved. Here's the swing and a miss. There's a strikeout. Whitehead is out number 1 as Peck picks up her second K.
And that was that drop ball there by Katie Peck, getting on top of that ball. And it almost has a little bit of arm side run. You're gonna see here, this is gonna come out of her hand, go down and then towards that right-handed batter, towards her back knee. Makes it really difficult to keep your hands inside. And that's a strikeout for Katie Peck.
Now Layla Smith, the extra hitter, one of the extra hitters, is throw down to first is a good one and gets Boyce back to the bag. Smith, the hardest worker on this team, number 10. Again, a continuous batting order, Little League softball. Everybody must hit. And she's one of 3 extra hitters they use. 1-2 now. How about barrel racing for Layla Smith as well, softball?
I mean, she says she wants to be a horse trainer, a pro barrel racer, and a softball coach. And they say she's extremely athletic and versatile, so heck yeah, do it all.
That's awesome. Also plays volleyball. Triplet with a couple brothers. Chase that one inside the zone and swings and misses. So that is the second K. That's back-to-back, second in the inning, third for the game. Back-to-back here in this inning for Peck.
And Katie Peck, once again, she's gonna have that arm side run. It's gonna act like a screwball. This is gonna move up and in. That is so difficult as a righty batter. Your eyes see it, you start to swing, and by the time your barrel gets there, it's already more inside than you thought.
Now Shaylee Nebeker, who coaches feel is about to break out swinging the bats. She had her first home runs ever, a couple of them in one game this season. Sometimes you can sense a player that's starting to get it.
And confidence is a huge piece of hitting. It's honestly 90% of the success in the box is what's between your ears. And so sometimes you can sense that from a player. You can feel them getting more and more confident up at the plate, and then all it takes is that one hit for them to really break out.
Big cut there, 2-2 to Nebeker, foul tip into the glove. Peck trying to strike out the side. That's low, that bounces away from the catcher. Liang moving up is Boyce to second base. So an opportunity here for Utah after that wild pitch. And a strikeout as Peck comes in and strikes out the side after giving up a leadoff single.
Katie Peck settling in right here. 3 strikeouts in a row. She's gonna start with that arm side run. She'll go inside to those batters. Beautiful job by her and trying to keep her season alive. They'll hit when we come back.
West Region elimination game. Let's take a look at the city profile for San Marino, right outside of Pasadena. About an hour drive from San Bernardino to a beautiful part of California.
Absolutely great weather, softball year-round, and a lot of community rallying around this team. They said they've had a lot of fun with their community recently.
Yeah, they really have gotten tremendous support, as have all of these programs with the communities around them. And how about July 4th? This is about as good as it gets.
How fun is this? Being in a parade with your team on the 4th of July, having your community back you, being able to show off your team and your success. Maybe something more fun than that.
And the 250th for the USA. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. On the back of the truck there. You got to have all the streamers, of course, in the red, white, and blue. And both these teams wearing the red, white, and blue. Madeline Liang to lead things off now in this scoreless game. Utah has a couple hits in this one. Southern California set down an order in the first. It's fouled off. That had to give Boyce some confidence, the 1-2-3 inning after struggling in her one inning of work in game one.
Absolutely. Like you said, only went one inning. There was a couple walks in there as well, and so being able to come back out here, strike out the side.
Liner to right, and a base hit for Liang. How about her regional? Triple and single game one, single today.
And the coaches mentioned Maddie Liang is the hottest hitter in their lineup right now, and she continues to do just that. She gets her front foot down early, gets this pitch out in front, and drives it into right field for a base hit.
Let's see if Southern California thinks small ball here with Caroline Pagano, the shortstop, up there. Pitches outside, they're gonna break, try to get the stolen base, and they will. Liang swipes it.
Good read there by Maddie Liang. And it's all about the lead, the timing. How fast can you get off that base? That throw is on line, just not in time enough to get the speed of Liang.
Liang off the bag at second, trying to tease the catcher with a throw down there, but she doesn't bite on it. McGee keeps the softball. 2-0 now. Right back to the circle. The play is at first. Boyce retiring Pagano. That does move the runner. Liang over to third base.
And that's a good job of just doing your job as a batter for Caroline Pagano. Moving that runner closer to home plate, setting it up for the batter behind you.
And that is Joy Singal, the 12-year-old. She has an opportunity here. Corners are in, back on the middle infield. First pitch swinging, grounder to the shortstop Minor. Only plays it first. Is it an out or not? It is. It was snow coned there by Arzate, but the first base ump, Becker, says she hung on. The run does score, and Southern California up 1-0.
And it's really the at-bat before this that sets this up. It's that ground ball to the pitcher that moves the runner to third base, and then that just puts this in perfect positioning for Joy Singal.
Did Arzate have possession of the ball here?
So you're going to see Singal putting it in play hard. No other choice for Minor but to go to first base. Whoop. Snow cone caught again.
Did she have it initially before the runner got there? The umpire is conferring here. The run scores regardless. It's a 1-0 lead for Southern California. Are they going to review this?
Snow coned it.
I think she squeezes it just long enough, maybe?
I think it's just long enough.
And even if it's in the tip of the glove, that is still considered possession of the ball.
Still possession.
Okay. And they're going to look at this. They're going to take a look. Home plate umpire Michael Reagan.
That second angle, it looked a little bit more wobbly on the second angle than it did in the first one.
Southern California challenging the call on the field, which was out at first base. Good angle right here.
Ooh.
What do you think? Little movement there?
I think there might be a little bit too much movement of the ball. You can see it kind of spinning, moving up out of her glove like it's on its way out. Just hanging on the tip of her mitt right there.
I think it might. I think it's moving a little bit. But again, is there enough to overturn this that it's an out?
Yeah, and it has to be undeniable, unquestionable evidence for them to overturn it. And there's some angles that, you know, seem pretty confident she's got it. Some angles that the ball seems to be moving a little bit.
We've seen some unique reviews here in our West Regional. And we're going to get the confirmation here in a moment. The run does score regardless. Again, 1-0 Southern California as Liang scores from third. And Michael Reagan's going to let us know here momentarily. San Marino National Little Leaguers finally breaking through here in the second inning. And here we go on the Southern California Challenge. It's going to be overturned. So Singles at first base. On the air on the first baseman. It's a 1-0 game with one out.
And Arzate did everything she could to try to hang on to that ball, but like we said, I think it's just that extra movement. You could see it still spinning, trying to work its way out of the glove.
Now Caitlin Peck, pitcher against pitcher. Strike one. Been a workhorse on the mound. She has pop with her bat as well. Plays the cello.
Another musician.
I have a lot of respect for anybody that can play the cello or an instrument.
Me too.
And this game is some tremendous athletes out there as well. That's foul back.
And not only that, she said her special talent is cutting fruit. So not the cello, not softball, cutting fruit. I love that.
Not specific which type of fruit. 2-2. Southern California put 2 runs on the board in a 4-2 loss to Northern California. A run here today. Here's the 2-2 offering. That's a ground ball to short. Minor flips to second, and they get the force play for out number 2. Peck reaching on the fielder's choice.
Good job there by the middle innies here. Lila Minor is going to field this ground ball, knowing that she's got that lead runner to get, and she knows she's close, so she goes to the underhand flip. Bryn Goff just getting her toe in there just in time.
You have a courtesy runner now for Southern California. Single will be at first base running for Peck. Courtesy runner can be used with 2 outs for your pitcher or your catcher. In this case, Peck, the pitcher. They'll bring in a runner for her. And that brings up Margot Hean-Lopez. Bugs
And they say Bugs is the glue girl on the team. The one that keeps everybody together, keeps everybody positive. Every team needs a glue girl.
One of their extra hitters. That's outside. 2-1. Boyce had a 1-2-3 first inning. Trying to get out with only a one run allowed here in this frame. That's a strike.
And already, like we said, a much more confident outing for Boyce. And you can tell the defense is more confident behind her. That confidence starts in the circle with the pitcher. Everybody's looking at the pitcher all the time.
And the count runs full now. And that's ball 4. Going on the pitch. And ending up at second is single. So a couple runners on board now with 2 down. That's the first walk given up by Boyce. And here's Victoria Wong. And that's popped up. Boyce has it, coming out of the circle to grab it and end the inning. 1 run across for the San Marino National Little Leaguers. Liang started with a single. She ends up scoring, and they have a 1-0 lead through 2.
And Reagan Boyce helping herself out. She's gonna go get this ball for the final out. And they'll look to hit when we come back.
Welcome back to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. We are at Houghton Stadium in San Bernardino, California. This is a West Region elimination game. And Southern California in front of Utah 1-0. Good pitching and defense so far. Arizona awaits the winner. They had a dramatic come-from-behind victory, trailing 5-1. They win it in the 6th over Hawaii, whose season comes to an end. And that game coming up between Arizona and the winner of this one will be exciting with the season on the line.
And both of these games today have been really, really solid, tight games. You can feel the energy. It's elimination day. The stakes are just a little bit higher, and the players on the field are showing that.
Tessa Hansen to lead things off against Caitlin Peck. Utah has stranded a couple runners in this one. They have 2 hits. Jordy Fromm getting some love here from the kids.
What an athlete Jordy Fromm is. Now she's coaching up there at Nebraska as well.
Tessa's dreamed to be a doctor. She's a big Tom Holland fan. Spider-Man, right?
Oh, yeah, that's Spider-Man. Well, one of the Spider-Man.
One of them. Utah put 6 on the board. They fell to Nevada 18-6 in their first game as they were run ruled. Different story here. Good pitching and defense hanging in there against a good Southern California team.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And a strikeout. The 5th of the game for Peck. She has struck out 4 in a row.
And Katie Peck is just on a roll. You can tell she's just confident and comfortable there in the circle. And once again, she's going to go to this arm side run, inside pitch. It's like a screwball. It's moving in towards that right-handed batter. Filthy stuff from Katie Peck.
Now, Demi Kaplan, one of the twin sisters. Evie behind her in the order. Yeah, Peck's confidence is growing as this game is worn on. She gave up a single to start the game, but has been lights out since.
And if you're this Utah offense, in order to take that pitch away, you know it's moving towards you. The thought is get up in the box and get it before it breaks, or move back in the box and take it and see if it's a ball inside.
Hung that one up there, 1-2. Was that did she lose grip of that one a little bit?
Looked kind of like an off speed to me. There's a multitude of changeups that you can throw. Looked just like a missed off speed.
And she comes right after Kaplan. Foul tip into the glove, strike 3. 6 Ks now, and 5 in a row for Peck.
And she just looks like a machine out there right now, not even phased. Ready to go after the next batter. And again, it's that same pitch that Utah is struggling with. And Katie Peck is taking advantage.
All those strikeouts swinging today. And here's Evie Kaplan, the sister, one of their extra hitters, batting now with 2 down. Dreamed to be an ER doctor. How about that?
Wow. And her favorite TV show is The Office. Great pick.
Love that. Oh, and 2. The count here. A chance to strike out the side for Peck. Bounce that one up there. If she keeps pitching well, that 1 run may be enough. I mean, the way Southern California's playing defense around her.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
We've seen a lot of great pitchers duels as well.
Bouncer to Huang at first base to the bag unassisted, and a 1-2-3 inning. So Caitlin Peck is rolling. Southern California has that single run. It has stood up so far. Bottom of the 3rd coming up.
Welcome to the Little League Softball World Series.
This is as big as the event has ever been.
12 strikeouts tonight.
Find the glove!
It is out of here!
The competition has definitely elevated. The best is yet to come.
Greenville, North Carolina, the ultimate destination. Little League Softball World Series. It starts on August 2nd. How about the international tickets that have been punched so far? Japan, Puerto Rico, Italy. The Canada Championship, July 29th.
And you just love to see how widespread softball is, especially at this level, at the Little League Softball level. Seeing teams like Japan, Puerto Rico, Italy, Canada being able to all come together and celebrate the sport of softball. It's really something special.
Kids out of this West region have a chance at a U.S. championship. Obviously something that you would love to just be on the big stage, as that one is fouled off the bat of McKenna Giddings trying to bunt. West region and Northwest region champs coming out of San Bernardino. Giddings, the center fielder, facing Boyce, and that's foul.
Jesse McGee back there almost had that one in the air. Close play. Those ones are fun as a catcher. Pop-up bunt, hope you can maybe dive forward and get it.
Now with 2 strikes, not squared, she's gonna swing away. Fly ball hit to right. Demi Kaplan is there to glove it, 1 down.
Good job there by Demi Kaplan. Tracking that ball down, communicating, calling it, and then Reagan Boyce again doing her job in the circle, getting outs.
Pitching with so much more confidence than game 1. She looks like a different pitcher out there.
It really looks like a whole different Utah team. A lot more confident, a lot more energy. Seemed like they're having more fun today.
Now Riley Newmeyer, first pitch, liner, and it is snared by Goff near the outfield grass. She gets the congratulations from her first baseman.
And she is just so fired up. Another great play at second base. We've seen that time and time again. It's like a magnet over there. This time it's Bryn Goff going to her glove side. A little bit of a hop there, reaching for it. And she's pumped.
Haley Olivas now, strike 1. If you play second base, the ball's gonna find you out there.
The right side of the field today is just getting hammered.
Olivas, the last batter in the order, one of their extra hitters, fouls it off, 0-2. Their most improved player. Foul back. We got some nice umpires here. Great things to say about the kids.
I love that we get the umpire mic. We can hear the umpires talking to the catchers the whole game. It's a really special look into what happens on the field.
1-2. Did you have some umpires you got along with when you were a catcher or not?
Oh, absolutely. Especially playing in the SEC for 5 years, you really get to know the umpires and the different crews. It's a lot of fun.
So friendly. I mean, you might disagree with the call out there.
Yeah, every once in a while, but very, very friendly. And shout out to these umpires, all volunteers out here for the love of the game.
Oh, inside, look out, 3-2.
Really awesome stuff that the umpires are doing out here for softball.
Getting some cloud cover today. Payoff pitch is a grounder off of Arzate, the first baseman. Second baseman to the bag. What a play, backing up by Goff to get out of the inning.
And Bryn Goff again. And she is fired up. This is going to ricochet off the shin of Amelia Arzate. And then it's Bryn Goff fielding it, getting her foot in there, and she is fired up to get her team back in the dugout.
Pitching and defense has been the story here. West Regional elimination game. Southern California in front of Utah 1-0. How about Caitlin Peck in the circle?
Katie Peck has been absolutely on fire. It's been strikeout after strikeout, and it's this inside pitch. It runs in towards that right-handed batter. It's so effective, and she locates it up and down in the zone. She has been phenomenal in the circle today.
6 strikeouts. There you see him. No walks. She has 35 strikes thrown, just 13 balls so far.
That's incredible work. She is just being very confident with her pitches, being very effective, and she just looks like it's another day in the office out there for her.
Yeah, that pitch inside doesn't seem fair if you're a hitter.
No, and like I said, there's a few ways you can attack it. You can get up in the box and try to get it before it breaks, or you can go back in the box and see if it breaks too much and then becomes a ball.
Nina Bernard is going to lead things off. Last hitter in the lineup, the left fielder. Her walk-up song, if she could choose, is Enter Sandman. Fouls that off. Big Aaron Judge fan. How about the gold helmet there to go with the red, white, and blue? We've only had 3 hits, but a lot of action in this game.
It feels like there's been runners on. There's just been pressure. There's been a lot of exciting stuff. Great plays on D.
Bernard trying to turn the lineup over. Sometimes you like to have that last hitter be like another leadoff hitter in your lineup.
Absolutely. Turn the lineup over. You want somebody at the bottom there that's going to get on base consistently, no matter how they have to do it.
And she looks at strike 3, and that is 7 strikeouts for Peck.
And once again, that is just perfect placement of that ball. Again, it's this same pitch that's going to run inside to these righty batters. Watch it come out of her hand. It's going to act like a screwball. She steps across, and there it is right there on the inner half.
Now, Lila Minor, first pitch swinging to the first baseman. Huang, 2 away. Peck is dealing right now. Want to see some girls with game? Tune in to an exciting summer of softball and visit littleleaguesoftball.org for great content, information about starting a softball league, and more. Peck had 8 strikeouts in the loss to Northern California in a complete game. 7 already today. Fly ball to right. Neumeyer's under it, and a 1-2-3 inning. Southern California keeping the Utah Bats at bay. It's still a 1-0 game in this elimination game. The Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN are presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. Entertaining West Region elimination game. Southern California, a single run in the second that has stood up so far. They've been out hit 2-1. Reagan Boyce has pitched well for Utah after they lost 18-6 to Nevada. They are battling in this one, in a good position to win this one.
And absolutely, this is another pitcher's duel. Like you said, this is a low-hitting game. 2 hits for Utah, 1 hit for Southern California. Both of these pitchers doing their job, and the defense behind them making big plays.
It'll be the top of the order for the San Marino National Little Leaguers. Isabella Huang will lead it off. She popped up to the second baseman, first time up there. First pitch fouled straight back. This San Marino team beat the team that knocked them out of state last year in their first bracket game. That's laced down the left field line for a base hit. Could be 2 for Huang. She makes a turn, and that gets away from the left fielder. Bernard chasing it into the corner. Huang rounding third. They're going to send her home. Here's the play at the plate. And they've got her trapped between third and home. And she's tagged out. McGee tags out Huang. They tried to stretch it to home plate to no avail.
The defense again is stepping up for this Utah team. I mean, first off, Izzy Huang ropes this ball down the left field line. It gets past the left fielder, Nina Bernard, but she hangs in there. She sticks with it, hustles after it, makes a great throw to her cutoff, and then the cutoff nails the runner at home plate. They talk about the importance of hitting your cut. That was it right there. Beautiful relay, strong throws. Wow. Great job.
Well, the hit for Huang, she thought she had Southern California's second run. That will go as a double, an error on the left fielder. And then the left fielder
2 strikes.
Doing the job getting it into the infield as the catcher delivers the putout. So a lot happening on that play. Ground ball to short. Minor bobbles it, and late on the throw, and Tiwasart will reach. They're going to rule that. An infield single. Is that what's up on the board right now?
This is a hard hit ball by Tiwasart. Good recovery by Lila Minor, just not in time.
One out, one on, Emmy Winarko. That bounces away from the catcher, and Tiwasart now down to second base. And she breaks away, the ball gets free from the pitcher, throw to third, and it's not in time. Heads up base running from Morgan Tiwasart. She gets to third with one out now.
That's a really good job of base running. She's gonna recognize, first off, good effort on the block there, gets past the catcher, McGee, and then it's the throw back to the pitcher. Bounces off of her glove, but Tiwasart is heads up. She recognized that and gets all the way to third.
A lot happening here in the third inning as Emmy Winarko has an RBI opportunity now. In the fourth inning, I apologize, in the fourth with this season on the line for these two. Wild pitch involved in that last occurrence with Tiwasart getting to third. Here's the 2-0.
We've talked about this as a low-scoring game. This could be a really important insurance run for Southern California if they can get that run across.
And that's ball four. Winarko earns the walk. She's at first base. Second walk given up by Reagan Boyce.
Now the Utah defense in a first and third situation here with only one out. Probably the call here, maybe a pump fake to third or cut the throw off from going all the way to second base. You have to keep that runner at third from scoring.
And if you're Winarko, do you try to put pressure on them and get down to second?
Absolutely. I think you take off running, and then if the throw does go all the way to second base, you can always get in a rundown and try to help your player at third base score while you're in the rundown.
Well, here's a red-hot hitter. Madeline Liang already has a single today, 2 hits yesterday, as the manager, Frank Wong, looks on. Strike called, and no throw down to second. The catcher, McGee, just looking back the runner at third base, and Winarko's at second base.
Yeah, you saw that little pump fake there. Just trying to see if you can get the runner at third to bite a little bit, but really, you're just trying to keep it calm in the infield, try not to throw.
Good rip there from Liang, who's swinging it with a lot of confidence right now. She could plate a couple with a hit right here. 1 and 2.
She's one of those players that when she hits the ball, it goes places hard. And you can tell when she takes her cuts, she takes committed hacks. She is committed to whatever pitch she's swinging at, and she's going at it 110%.
Oh, that's inside. Did it hit her? It did on the arm, and the bases are loaded. Now, that's not the worst thing that could happen with that hot hitter up there. It does load the bases and bring the force play into play.
And you know, you probably don't want to load the bases up, but if you're going to do it, you do it with one out. Here we go. Just looks like maybe nicked her right on the arm, maybe on that elbow guard there.
You know, she took the hand off the bat as it came in and then hit her.
And the ticket there is it in the box with her? If she's moving and she's in the box and it still gets her while she's in the box, still a hit by pitch. Now, if she's over the line, over the plate, different story.
James Boyce just getting the word on what transpired there. So the base is loaded, 1 down. Southern California trying to add to their 1-0 lead with Caroline Pagano at the plate. Back on the middle infield.
And that call to go back on the middle infield, especially because this is such a close game. You'd think you'd want to bring those middle infielders in, try to get that force at home plate. If you're looking for a double play, you go home to 1.
Tough to turn 2 out there. That pitch swung on, fly ball to right field. Kaplan can't get there, it drops in. A run's gonna score. It's 2-0, RBI for Pagano. Kiwasart comes in from third.
And that area out there is just no man's land. It is the Bermuda Triangle on the field. It takes a lot of communication to get to this ball. You're gonna see Goff, Hansen, and Kaplan, all 3 going for this. But it's the communication piece. Somebody has to step up and call for it. But either way, that's a tough spot, even at the higher levels.
That's the hit 'em where they ain't area. There's a ground ball to short. Minor bobbles it, a run comes in. An error on the shortstop there as Winarco scores, it's 3-0.
And you can feel the momentum now for Southern California. All 6 batters have reached base. And this is another hard hit ball right at Lila Minor. And scores a run.
Your Boyce there, you kind of got what you wanted though, the ground ball.
Yeah,
you're hard hit.
You're trying to feed a ground ball into your infield. Hard hit, tough one to handle.
Three errors now on this Snow Canyon Little League team. Season on the line for these two, bottom half of the 4th inning.
And that was a nice moment there with the infield. You can see them rallying around Lila Minor, telling her that they're going to pick her up. It's never one person's fault in this sport.
Keeping a good attitude, good frame of mind out there. Base is full, 1 down. Caitlin Peck at the dish. Big UCLA fan. What a tradition for that softball program. Easton Stadium. Not too far from San Marino.
Depending on traffic, of course.
One and 2 now. Peck has pitched in both games. Lost to Northern California. And here today, she has a 3-run lead trying to help out her cause.
And as they show the infield, you can see those middle infielders playing back and shaded up towards second base, hoping to roll that double play.
2-2. Here's a look at the defensive alignment. Waits on it, grounder to short. Minor can't make the throw. Another run comes in. That'll be Liang scoring to add to the advantage, 4-0. That's an infield single there for Peck. She picks up the RBI.
And that's another one of those moments of hit it where they're not. You can see the shortstop Minor shaded up the middle. Now she has to move to her backhand side to get this one. In a normal situation, she'd probably be playing right where that ball was hit, but because she was shaded up the middle for the double play, it makes it that much harder.
Margot Hean Lopez now, the extra hitter. Oxtail soup, I've not had that.
It sounds good.
Backhanded by Boyce. Hesitates, now throws to first and retires Lopez. That does bring in another run, though, as they now lead 5-0. Pagano scores from third base. Good play there by the pitcher.
Good job by Reagan Boyce to help herself out here. This is a one hopper, just snags it on her backhand side. Snow coned that one a little bit. Keeps it in front and gets another out for her team.
And courtesy runner is going to come in for Peck at second base. That's Jesse McGee is out there. 5-0 now with 2 outs in the inning, and Victoria Huang at the plate. Popped up to the pitcher to end the second inning. 4-run fourth here for Southern California. And they're putting the bat on the ball.
Absolutely, and you know, if you're Katie Peck, the Southern California pitcher right now, you've got to be feeling pretty comfortable.
Wong's favorite song is Jingle Bells. It would also be her walk-up song.
Christmas year-round.
Jingle Bells for the walk-up. I love it. I mean, it's a great time of the year, but it's a great song during the summer, apparently, as she draws the walk, and she's aboard. Now McKenna Giddings with the bases loaded. Southern California now with 5 hits. First offering's outside. This was a pitcher's duel until this 4th inning. Southern California running the second, 4 here in the 4th. Breaking it open. There's a strike on the outside edge.
Good pitch there by Reagan Boyce, and a good frame behind the dish by Jesse McGee. You can tell in this game, Boyce and McGee have a really strong relationship. They call each other shake and bake.
And McGee's catching, by the way. Kean Lopez is actually the courtesy runner out there for Southern California. She came in. You can do that with 2 outs for a pitcher or catcher. Here's the 2-1 offering. 3-1.
That pitcher-catcher relationship is so important, though. You want to have trust in each other. Makes the bullpens feel smoother, and then you're almost in their head for every pitch.
Check swing did not go, says Stephen DeGrave at third base, and that is ball 4. And her RBI for Giddings scores another run. So Southern California has found it here in the 4th inning. 6-0 now.
And they're just doing a good job of passing the bat, not doing too much. We saw that one big hit that ended in that tag play at home, but other than that, it's been singles, walks, just putting it in play.
Riley Newmeyer now. As they have a chance to hit around in this inning. Bases full, 2 down. Single scored the last run for this team. Frank Wong, the manager, looking on, has to like what he sees. There's a 1-hopper to the shortstop, Minor to first, and that'll end the inning. So all but 1 come to the plate in a big 4th. 5 runs across for Southern California, and they now lead Utah 6-0 in this West Region elimination game. Welcome back to Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Season is on the line for these two teams. Both are state champions. San Marino National Little League from Southern California, Snow Canyon Little League from Utah. Here's our game track. They finally break through the SoCal kids with a big inning.
And Reagan Boyce in the circle for Southern California, or excuse me, for Utah, doing her job, getting small hits, getting infield hits, but the defense behind them struggling a little bit. And then for San Marino, it's Caitlin Peck. She's been incredible. 7 strikeouts, doing her job. Seems like a tough nut to crack if you're Utah.
Peck has 7 strikeouts after 8 in game 1. It'll be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters coming up for Utah, trying to rally here. You know, they had that big inning, that 6-run inning in their loss to Nevada. They need one of those to get back into this one.
They've done it before, and that has to give them a little bit of confidence. But it's going to be making adjustments up in the box, changing your plan, changing your approach to try to figure out this almost screwball that Katie Peck has been throwing.
Well, Jessie McGee getting her second look at Peck. Let's see if that helps her out, as that's a little bit high. McGee likes to show Stranger Things, and a big Carrie Underwood fan. Sun's starting to break through here. That's a slow roller to the first baseman and an easy play for Victoria Huang to the bag, 1 down.
And Katie Peck again just attacking these hitters, getting miss hits. If it's not a strikeout, it's a softly hit ball, which tells you how tight the spin has been today and how good the movement has been for her.
10 straight retired. She has 4 ground ball outs to the first baseman. Now Amelia Arzate, who grounded out to first in the first inning. Well, a great year for this Utah team. 52-13 run differential at All-Stars. And they dominated their state championship game.
They know how to put up runs. They've done it before. We've seen it here in this regional. Like I said, it's just coming down to making those adjustments.
0-2. James Boyce, third base coach, manager. He's got the hat, and then he's got the hood over the hat, shielding himself from the sunshine. Arzate hanging in there.
Good job by Arzate getting her hands on top of that pitch up in the zone. That's the part of the plate off of a pitcher like this, like Katie Peck, that you want to be attacking.
It's bounced up there 2-2. Arizona is in the game tomorrow, an elimination game against the winner of this one. If that is Arizona with Wesner against Peck, that would be quite a matchup.
Again, a pitcher's duel. It'll come down to defense and timely hitting.
No, did not offer, says Jason Becker down the right field line there. First base up.
It's a good quality at bat here by Arzate.
And that one gets past the catcher. It's ball 4.
Not many free passes given up by Katie Peck, if any at all. So this is a rarity. If you're the Utah offense, you have to take advantage of this situation.
First walk today. Sometimes that can spark a rally. Here's Reagan Boyce now, who singled in the second. Oklahoma softball fan fouled it off. His favorite subject in school? Lunch.
Lunch. Good pick.
That might be my favorite.
We've had PE, we've had study hall, but lunch, man.
She's obviously, she packs a good lunch, obviously.
Obviously.
Her mom does, her dad. That's high, 2-2. That's outside. Full count now.
Seems like Peck's trying to go more on the outer half of the plate and struggling with her control on that side.
Her money pitch is that inside pitch.
That inside pitch has been working really well for her today.
And she comes inside, but that misses for ball 4. So back-to-back walks given up. Bit of a concern here for Southern California. Find Little League on Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at the official handles at Little League. Don't forget to use hashtag LLWS. And that gets Frank Wong out there to talk things over.
This is a big-time opportunity for Utah and their offense. Only 1 out, 2 runners on. You know you're down by 6, so it's not going to be one big hit. You have to continue the inning. Walks, hit by pitch, singles, laying down a bunt, anything you can to try to get some runs on the board, especially late in this game.
Utah's 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. Tinley Whitehead's going to get an opportunity. She struck out her first time up. TJ has been hot at the plate. 5th inning's been a bit of a struggle for Peck. She's thrown 10 balls. First four innings, just 16 balls. So battling here, despite having the 6-0 lead. See, Tinley knows her baseball history there, putting Ricky Henderson up there. And you like the big number, 77. A lot of these kids have, at least one of them has a big number.
I love the big numbers. And I love that they all have stories behind them as well.
Oh, that's a wild pitch. That's going to move the runners up. Arzadeh to third, Boyce to second.
And again, Katie Peck struggling with that control this inning. And up until now, she has been almost perfect. She's been doing her job. Had 5 Ks in a row.
Trying to preserve the shutout here in the 5th. Chased one high, Whitehead strikes out, 2 down. 8 in the game.
Good bounce back by Katie Peck. Had been struggling with that control, but found it there with that one. And Katie Peck, again, gonna go to what makes her special. It's gonna be this inside pitch. It's gonna run in and be a little bit up in the zone as well.
Layla Smith drives it to center, but right on it, the outfielder Giddings to retire the side. Couple runners stranded at second and third. Peck and company still pitching the shutout, up 6-0. League Softball Regionals on ESPN are presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. We had a tremendous rally in Game 1 elimination game as Arizona came from behind, erasing a 5-1 deficit to keep their season going. The worm at the end of it, Arizona waiting the winner of this one.
Absolutely, and it shows that it can be done for this Utah squad that's down by a few runs. NorCal was in the same position, or Arizona, excuse me, down to their final out. Madison Braden, 2-run walk-off single. And they'll face the winner of this one.
Championship game Thursday on ESPN. We have wholesale changes for Utah. Arzate is now the new pitcher in there for Boyce. This is her second appearance. She came in relief in Game 1. Nebeker's now playing left. Smith is playing center. And Evie Kaplan is in right field. And Reagan Boyce has moved to first base, replacing Arzate, who's now in the circle. 6-0 game. Southern California with 5 in the 4th. Trying to add to their advantage and bring it home in the top half of the 6th inning.
This is a good change here. Arzate, high velocity, trying to give them a different look.
Haley Olivas, last hitter in the order for San Marino National Little League. Sun now shining brightly at Houghton Stadium. Looking ahead to the top half of the 6th. Could be the last opportunity for Utah. It'll be the bottom part of their order. And their second half of their lineup has sparked them this season. But they're trying to keep Southern California at bay here. And Olivas is aboard on 4 pitches.
Very good patient at bat there by Olivas, especially knowing a new pitcher is on the mound. You want to see a lot of pitches, see what they're going to throw, and especially make them throw you a strike.
Now the top of the order, Isabella Huang, who has the only extra base hit. She was thrown out at home plate after ripping it to left field. White Frost Gatorade. I mean, it's just not the basics anymore. You've got to have all the angles.
I will say that one's good. I've tried that one. That one is good.
Isabella agrees with you. We love checking out the food and drink favorites of these kids. And that one's thrown into right field. That's a mistake right there. And Olivas is going to take the bag at second.
Jesse McGee, the catcher there, trying to back pick Olivas at first base, but the throw misses a little bit low. Olivas takes advantage and ends up on second base.
4 errors now on Utah. Pitch to Wong. He's fouled off. Now, the one thing to keep in mind here, Southern California could bring the 10-run rule into effect. If they can push 4 runs across in this inning, they could win it. As McGee gets some help with that catcher's gear. That stuff is so wonky. How do you deal with putting all that stuff on and taking it off? How do you do it as a catcher?
You get really good at it, actually. I had a coach growing up where we had to get it on and off in under 60 seconds.
Wow.
So you learn how the tips and tricks to get it on and off as quickly as possible.
And there's a drive, and it's off of the glove of Goff and into center field. Olivas comes around to score at 7-0. RBI for Huang. Goff had a chance at it.
And Wong continuing to swing the hot bat. This is up in the zone, and she keeps her hands high, gets on top of this ball, drives it towards second base. Goff just not quite there enough, but it scores a run from second base.
3 walks with runners in scoring position, 3 of 9 for Southern California, up 7-0. Now that pitch inside, throw down to second, not in time. Kind of a slide there that got there, but barely for Wong. She gets the stolen bag.
Almost looked like she got stuck in the dirt. Happens sometimes. This is a good effort by Jessie McGee behind the dish. She's going to throw down from her knees, try to push off there. Just not quick enough, but a good slide into second base.
Morgan Tiwasart now, who has a single and a run scored. 6 hits in the game for Southern California. Popped up, playable. Boyce in foul ground. 1 down.
And that one was pretty high up in the air. Good job by Boyce hanging in there. You can see Jessie McGee going after it too, communicating with her to let her know. And that's the pitcher over there, the previous pitcher over at first base.
I like the red, white, and blue bow there.
Matching, gotta be matching.
Is it accessorizing? Is that what they call that?
Oh yeah.
Emmy Winarco at the plate. Again, this offense, they can dictate this thing. They can win this thing if they get 3 runs. Still going to be an uphill battle for Utah, even if they're not run ruled here in the 5th. But the offense can take it into their hands here. And that's driven to right at Kaplan, hangs on. What a play for Evie Kaplan, who's checked into the game. And there's an errant throw. Runner's going to move up a base as Wong's now at third with 2 away.
And this is a well-struck ball by Emmy Winarco. And New Girl finds the ball, gets hit right at Evie Kaplan, running for it, reaching, makes a great snag. And then that throw in just misses her cut and allows the runner to advance to third.
Kaplan gets the out and then the error on the right fielder as well. 2 down, and Madeline Liang at the plate. Oh, hitting the helmet.
Glad to see she's okay jogging down there. Gonna walk it off a little bit. And she did a good job with that ball inside of rolling, turning her back towards it. That's what you're taught when you're up there. If the ball's coming inside to you, roll, show your back, trying to turn your head a little bit. Try to protect yourself as much as you can.
She's been hit by a pitch in back-to-back at bats. 1st and 3rd now. And we're going to have a courtesy runner coming in for the catcher, Liang, with 2 outs in the inning. And it's going to be Winarco, Emmy Winarco. Winning runs at the plate right now. Caroline Pagano trying to bring the run rule into effect. Ball 1, no throw down to second. Stolen base for Winarco.
And again, for Utah, it's about minimizing runs allowed. And with that 1st and 3rd situation, it's safest just to hold on to the ball.
Pagano 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Ground ball to second. Goff left the ball behind her. A run's going to score. Late throw. Here comes a second run. And it's in there. "9-0 game. An error on the second baseman there. as Pagano reaches.
Pagano hits this ball to Bringoff at second base. Bringoff just coming up too early, and this is called 2 outs, 2 bases. The trail runner knows 2 outs, you are going all the way home no matter what. 2 outs, 2 bases, and they score another run.
Now Pagano representing the winning run at first base. 3 runs across here in the 5th. And Joy Single at the plate. She's reached on an error a couple times. Ground ball to short. Minor, throw to first. One hopper, it's off the mark. Heading to third and holding on at third is the runner Pagano. Single ends up at second base. And now you got the winning run at third. A hit. They're going to rule for Singal there. And the run rule could come into play here. The 10-run rule would come into play if Southern California can score from third base. Single and an error on that last sequence. 9-0 game. And Caitlin Peck at the plate. Ground ball foul, or liner foul, just to the right of the bag. 4 errors in this inning.
This is an interesting situation, too. You've got the pitcher for Southern California up in a situation to help herself out in the game early.
The runner Pagano is who you need to keep an eye on. She represents the 10th run at third. 1-1. Southern California, a breakout after just 2 runs against Northern California in their loss. 9 runs today against Utah. Pagano at third. Two and one.
Huge block there by Jessie McGee behind the plate, scooching over, keeping that ball in front. That is big time in a big situation.
The pitch to Peck. Bounced away from the catcher. The runner's not going, though. Pagano did not go from third. She thought about it. The ball skipped behind home plate and spun back a little bit, and she stays put.
Once again, Jessie McGee is working so hard behind the plate, trying to help her pitcher out, keep the ball in front, hustling over to it.
If that spun the other way, this game's over.
Absolutely, especially with how big this backstop is.
3-1. Bouncing ball to Goff at second, and she throws out Peck to end the inning. So Utah's still alive. It's a 9-0 game as we head to the 6th inning. Last chance for the kids from Snow Canyon Little League. Nebeker will lead things off when we come back. Softball Regionals continue with another day of Little League Around the Bases presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Live coverage from every region happening now until 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN+. Southern California trying to close the door and win this elimination game up 9-0 as we go to the 6th inning. 6 innings, regulation Little League Softball. And they make a pitching change as Liang's going to come in for Peck here in the 6th.
And Maddie Liang, who has been catching for most of this game, is going to come in and pitch as a lefty. They say that she is a go-getter. One of those in the circle that you just love to have out there because of her mindset. She brings a different look from that left-handed side, and she throws just about anything in her arsenal.
Some changes defensively. Olivas is in right field. You've got Singhal at first base. Ian Lopez is catching now with the left-hander in the circle. Shaylee Nebeker to lead it off. Just 2 hits for Utah in this one. Good pop on that pitch, strike 1.
And what's interesting too is because of the previous pitcher, Katie Peck, she had that arm side run, that screwball type pitch. It's going to be very similar to this left-handed curveball.
Nebeker struck out in the 2nd inning to end that frame. And they're trying to get a spark from the bottom of their order to put together what would be a miraculous comeback here. Down to their last 3 outs. There's a strike on the corner. Arizona awaiting the winner.
There was that off-speed pitch there. You can see her kind of coming over the top with her hand, slowing it down a little bit.
Strike 3 called, right on the corner. Paints the black with that one.
Beautiful job by the new pitcher, Liang here. She's gonna go to that backdoor curveball on the outer half. So this pitch coming out of the lefty's hand, it's a curveball, but it's gonna stay outside and then come back towards the plate for a strikeout looking.
Peck ended up with 8 Ks in 5 innings. Strikeout for Liang here in relief, and here's Tessa Hansen. Oh, good change there, just misses with it.
And they mentioned she has just about everything in her arsenal. We've already seen her go off speed, backdoor curve, inside curve.
Boy, nice having a left-hander as well, different look.
Absolutely. It's different timing, especially as a righty. It just feels like it gets on you faster from that left-handed side.
2-1. Sahuarita, Arizona kids are awaiting the winner tomorrow morning in another elimination game. 2-1 is a swing and a miss. 2-2. Catcher Ian Lopez thought that was strike 3.
Just got a little excited.
So close to keeping their season going as that's fouled off by Hansen.
Already Liang seems to be more on the outer half of the plate versus Peck earlier in this game going inside more to these batters.
And there's a ball that gets away from the catcher, and reaching safely is Hansen.
Liang there with a really good changeup. Low in the zone, that's where you want to put it. Ian Lopez having a hard time keeping it in front, and with this big backstop, if it scoots past you, it gives the batter an opportunity to get to first base.
So the K, but reaching first safely is Hansen, and here's Demi Kaplan. Been a great year for the Snow Canyon Little Leaguers from Utah, from Santa Clara. But they're down to their final 2 outs. Right back to the pitcher. Liang has it. Flips to second for one. On to first for the win. Not in time. They almost turned 2 to win it. They get the force play. Kaplan reaching on the fielder's choice.
Very athletic turn there by Liang in the circle. She gets a hard hit chopper right back at her, but then she's heads up. She knows immediately she's going to second base. They try to turn it in a great effort by Single over there to try to secure it. Just hit some dirt.
1 out away, Southern California, the San Marino National Little Leaguers. Abby Kaplan at the plate. SoCal with 7 hits, 2 for Utah. 2 big innings, a 5-run 4th, a 3-run 5th. Liang's 1-0, 1-1 now.
You can see the catcher setting up a little bit higher there on that pitch, working that outside rise ball.
The lefty deals. 1 and 2, 1 strike away. And Southern California really showing how good they can be when they've got their A game.
And they put it all together today. Pitching, defense, offense, complete game all the way around.
The 1-2 pitch. Outside.
Really good block there by Hyun Lopez behind the dish, keeping it in front. Working hard for her pitcher.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Liang, a strike away. Southern California trying to win it. Here's the 2-2. Popped up and foul ground off the screen. Kaplan grounded out her first time up, trying to keep the Utah hopes alive here. Maddie Liang is ready. Here's a 2-2. Fly ball and a foul ball.
This is a really good battle by Kaplan up at the dish, fighting to keep her team's season alive, trying to pass the bat to the next batter.
Liang back on the rubber. Here's the pitch. Got a piece of that one. Kaplan battling up there with the season hanging in the balance. Liang with the 2-2 delivery. Tapper right back to the pitcher. She's got it, throws to first, and Southern California wins it. A 9-0 victory for the kids from San Marino National Little League, a dominant effort.
Absolutely, all the way around, pitching, defense, offense. The start in the circle from Katie Peck. That is what impressed me the most. She was lights out today. And then Maddie Liang coming in behind her and closing the door.
A 5-run 4th inning as they broke open a close 1-0 game. Then they get 3 more insurance runs in the 5th. Southern California moves on. The team from just outside Pasadena and San Marino, 43 miles away, getting it done. And they'll advance to take on Arizona tomorrow morning. Let's take a look at our West Regional bracket. A couple elimination games today. We saw a thriller in game 1. Arizona rallies from a 5-1 deficit to win it in the 6th. And then Southern California showing how good they are.
And this is going to be another incredible game. Like we said, Arizona has a lot of fight in them. And then Southern California just showing how good they can be. You're going to want to watch tomorrow.
A lot more softball to come following the elimination game. Semifinals around the corner, then the championship in the West and Northwest regions. Arizona, Southern California coming up next on ESPN Plus tomorrow. Thanks to everybody involved on the show. Allie Shipman, I'm Trey Bender, saying so long for now from Houghton Stadium in San Bernardino. Southern California wins it 9-0.